What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle Pancis. If it's your first time tuning in, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. Today we are at it with my 2004 Saab 9.5 Aero. If you guys are new to the channel, this car was donated to us last year. We rebuilt the whole thing, we repainted the whole thing. It's been running so well that it's driven about 2,000 miles a month right now, and every 2 months or so we are changing the oil on it and keeping this thing on the road and going. It's been running really strong, really awesome. If you guys haven't been following the series of the SOC, we check out the last 4 episodes. We went to Saab Owners Convention with this car and it was phenomenal. It's been driven like another 1,000 miles since then. But since Saab Owners Convention, I noticed a slight smell of fuel every time I got out of the car, or even when I'm walking around the car, I can smell a little bit of fuel. And in today's video, we're just gonna quickly go over the car. We're gonna inspect everything and see kind of like what's going on, where there could be a possible leak, if it's anything serious. Obviously, I don't think it's coming from the engine bay. I think it's coming from underneath the car by the fuel tank, because it's coming mainly from the passenger side when you step out of the car. So it could be the fuel neck, filler neck. It could be, I don't know. So let's check it out. Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So first things first, if you guys haven't been familiar with, if you guys are not familiar with these cars, this generation Saab, at least this 9.5, as you guys can see, I pulled the cap out underneath. There is a nest from some sort of mouse. I don't know how long that's been there. Clearly that's been there a long time, because this car is driven quite a bit of time, all the time actually, and I suspect that there would be no time that a mouse that we've owned the car at least could go ahead and just kind of harvest and chill in there. So that has probably been there for quite some time. But before we go underneath the car, this was the first thing I checked out, and as you guys can see, that is a disaster. So let's go get the vacuum cleaner and clean that out and see if there's any issues there. Now, this generation Saab had a recall at the time back in the day for there was like a brace that they added to secure the fuel lines into the fuel tank. I guess originally from the factory there wasn't that secure line, that secure point that they put on there. It was like they just kind of drilled it into the center, like a bracket, if you will. Now, who knows if they changed it in the 2004 models or that was just my 2002, but I remember actually myself taking the car to get the recall. So let's get the vacuum cleaner, check it out. Hey boys, here we go. Looks like a squirrel of some sort. Luckily, no damage to anything. So that's a good thing. Alright guys, so we can't really make any of this up. Like a week ago, I started smelling this smell. Here we go. We go underneath the seat and we vacuum out what appears to be either like a squirrel's nest or most likely a mouse nest, but no damage under there. It looks fine, but as you guys noticed, I opened up the driver's side passenger door here, and when I look underneath, you can see like a little bit of a drip right there. And in this car, right there is the area of where the fuel filter lives. That's where the housing of the fuel filter is. So let's go hop under there and see kind of what's going on. Hopefully, I'm actually hoping to find a leak, because I do smell it, and I do smell gas, so hopefully there is a leak there that I can go ahead and just fix, not have to worry about this anymore. Let's get under there. Okay. All right, so there we go. There is the fuel leak. That is the fuel filter. So that's one thing that I've never touched on this car, so let's go ahead and call up the auto parts store and order that. Let's go get that. There it is. See that, guys? It is 4:15 on Sunday. Let's find out if the local auto parts store is carrying this part. Stay tuned. $20 part, guys. $30 part. Let's see if we got it over there. Pretty awesome that we found this so quick. Yes, hi, how are you? Good, I'm wondering if you guys had a fuel filter available for me.
What are you looking
It's a 2004 Saab 9.5.
for? Okay, 2004 Saab 9.5.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Fuel filter?
What kind of filter? Fuel filter?
It's a fuel filter, like a filter for the fuel system.
Or the what?
Fuel,
Oh,
gas.
fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuel. Check.
I have an OE number if that helps.
Is the whole assembly? The sending unit you need?
Just the filter, just the filter.
That a 14, 1.5. Is the outlet fuel filter looks like a can, right?
Yeah. Can I give you the OE number, make life a little easier?
I can get the with our system.
How about you check your Whirlpack numbers?
I can't check the ballpark. I don't have.
Okay. Well, it's a 2000.
The numbers here, number 2004 Saab 9.5. The number, our part number is 8629279.
Okay, perfect. It looks like a can, right?
Yeah,
Okay. How much is it?
at $28.99.
Perfect. You have one in stock?
Yes, we have.
Okay. I'll come pick it up then. All right. And what was your first name?
Well, we heard you vacuuming, that's all.
Hey, so Ed, how much did you like the Saab when you drove it yesterday?
It was great.
Loved it?
Great time.
Loved it, right?
Loved it.
So you know how we smelled gasoline?
Where's it from? You find out?
I found out.
What is it?
It's the fuel filter.
That's it?
That's it. Everybody.
What's up?
What's up? Alright boys, we are in luck. Honestly, this was a video that came out of nowhere. Like I said earlier, I just started smelling the fuel last week, and I keep smelling it more and more, and obviously just provoked me to go ahead and inspect everything. So at least we cleaned up a mouse nest that we didn't know about inside the fuel tank there on top, and then in this case, for some reason the fuel filter was leaking. I think it could be possibly the original fuel filter. If not, it's been in there for quite some time, and I'm pretty lucky actually to have noticed that, because obviously we need a good fuel filter in there. Make sure we're getting good fuel to the system. Definitely will increase fuel economy if it's a bad filter, and in this case, if it's rusting and leaking the way it looks like it's doing, we're clearly not getting the best efficiency out of that. So pretty awesome. I got a CarQuest brand. I know the OEM is made by Bosch, and CarQuest brand for me I think is fine for this application. It should be good. So 30 bucks with tax, $30.99. Not so bad. So we'll get home here, we'll take the housing off, I'll show you guys how it's done. Pretty straightforward. Plastic cover just kind of pops down with a little bit of a tug. You guys can see kind of what is going on here. Looking a little bit moist. So moist and a little rusty. So this thing definitely looks original from the factory, which is definitely no bueno. So let's try to get this 10mm bolt off on the bottom there, and we'll have to replace that, it looks like. So this could be interesting. This could be interesting for sure. All rusted out, everything. Yeah, socket, not a wrench. Obviously, because I gotta pull out the
old filter.
Yep.
Just dump the gas back in the tank.
No way, it's contaminated. this whole thing was punctured.
Oh,
I don't know.
should have. Where's your new filter? I just saw it.
Alright boys, so we got the old one out there. As you can see, this thing is all mangled and juiced and rusted, and luckily the filter comes with the new washers, new copper washers, which is fine. The factory gives these rubberized OEM ones, and I suspect this was starting to leak from the washers. On one point it looked like it was sweating on the backside when I showed you originally, so we'll at least replace it with fresh washers. So let's get her back in there. Alright, can you do me a favor? Just turn the key to the on position and cycle the key a couple times. Don't turn the car on, just turn the key to the all the way to the on before the start. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just run the fuel pump. Alright, turn it off. Again. Alright. And one more time. Perfect, thank you. Okay. Turn the car on again.
On?
Yep, turn it on completely. Okay. Here we go. That's how you guys do it. We got 19mm on the back side, 18 on the front, and a 10mm holding the bracket in place. And we got no more leaks. All right, boys. She's running beautiful again. Not that she wasn't missing much of a beat, but I think there was a couple hard starts last week. My father even like called me up, or came into the house rather, and was like, dude, the car's not starting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I would go out there, I went out there once or twice, just cranked the key and the car started. But I suspect that little bit of a fuel drip can definitely cause a little bit or enough fuel pressure loss to cause a tough start. So now that we got that addressed, I think we should be good. So just so you guys know, the 19mm bolt is on the rear of that assembly towards the rear wheel, and then the 18 is towards the front, and it is directional, so you'll see an arrow pointing towards the front of the car is the way you want it to go if you are reinstalling a filter like that on the car. And in this case, we finally did it. So car's getting better with age as it goes. We replaced things, and I don't know, it was kind of a weird thing. I missed that. Maybe I thought about it, just never did it, and hey, it started leaking and now we did it. So that looked like the original fuel filter, as I might have mentioned earlier, which is definitely not good with 200,000 miles on it. So now we should be getting a little bit of a better fuel economy on the car, which will be good. I think that will attribute to some better fuel economy at least. And yeah, rock and roll, guys. So stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully you guys can like, share, and subscribe, comment below, and yeah, check out some of the Saab Owners Convention videos. I mentioned it earlier. We had 4 videos, or 4 videos from the Owners Convention, which was pretty awesome. So check it out. We did a track day, we did a walk around, we did a seminar, we did some leather repair on this car, which wasn't much, and yeah, just a couple different series from there. So awesome meeting a lot of you guys out there. If you guys are watching, look forward to doing that again next year, I'm sure. Maybe we'll have another Saab at that time, I don't know. we'll have to see how things play out. But in the meantime, this one is up and running again. Tomorrow, I'm actually driving this car 400 miles, or 350, I think it is, round trip to South Jersey. So 2 hours there, 2 hours back. So about 300 miles or so, 350. So yeah, man, we keep cranking them out. We are at 211,606. If you guys recall, we hit 211 last week when we were driving up to Saab Owners Convention. So here we are with almost 212 a week later. So let's keep on cranking her out. And yeah, she's running better and better each time. Each 1,000 miles more, it runs better. I don't know how that works, but it's a Saab for you. So stay tuned for the next video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.